All right, guys, welcome back to another cast from On The Real. Right, so it's just a pod on the go, guys. So the last couple of pods casts you may have heard, they were on the go. So I do apologize for all that background noise. I am working through my phone and my microphone, my headphones. So yeah. Apologize. Right. So I've just left the gym, guys. Right, and this is one of the things that really irks me. Gets on my nerves so much. And I think about it all the time I go to the gym, because this is like one of the most egotistical places you can go, where people just have an ego that is just unbelievable. Some people just don't check it at the door. They don't leave it there. They bring it into the gym. And it makes things a little bit awkward, sometimes uncomfortable for people that are working in the gym. Not necessarily me. It used to make me uncomfortable to a certain point, but the whole point I'm getting to is the title of this podcast, which is self-confidence. How to build up your self-confidence. And guys, guess what? You already have it. You already have a lot of self-confidence. What you don't realize is that the way to demonstrate your self-confidence is to genuinely not give a shit, not give a fuck what people think, what people say about you, what people may be whispering. If someone's bigger than you, and say in this case in the gym, someone's more shredded, someone's more ripped, or in general life, if someone's got more money than you, they've got a nicer car, they've got their own house, or they're the same age as you and they're just doing so much more better. That is what initiates the weaker that demonstrates weaker self-confidence, is because you see these things and then you take it to heart. You start to feel a certain way. You start to reevaluate yourself and think, shit, that person's the same age as me, or in the same position as, or nearly enough in the same position as me, but they're doing so much more better than me. I'm worthless. I'm a piece of shit. I'm not making the most out of my life, and that is how your lack of self-confidence develops further. The way you develop your self-confidence and demonstrate it and show that, you're a strong-minded person, you've got strong will, you've got goals, you're ready to go out there, you're a go-getter, is by genuinely not giving a shit what people think about you and not giving a fuck. Because if you continue to give a shit about what people think of you, it will limit you. It will limit your actions. It will limit your mindset. It will limit your imagination, right? And for that, you're not going to get anywhere in life. Right? So my whole thing now is I've always tried to find my calling, whether it be YouTube, whether it be fitness, whether it be music, whether it be DJing. And what I've come to realize is that I am a very good motivator. I can motivate people to a high extent, and I never really realized it. I do it without trying. I do it, it's just subconscious. It happens, and whenever I'm in a room, I don't intend to be the leader or the bold person, but at the same time, subconsciously, I am doing those things. I am putting myself in a position where people can look to me for hope. They can look to me for motivation. They can look to me for answers. I put myself in that position because I feel comfortable in that position. I feel that I don't have to try too hard to do it, and therefore, my self-confidence is through the roof. Say, for example, now we're talking about the gym. When I go to the gym, okay, so when I first started, I consider myself to be an ectomorph, which means, my interpretation of it is someone that's a hard gainer, someone that finds it hard to put on mass, put on, a bit of weight, because the way their metabolism moves so fast. Now, I consider myself to be an ectomorph. So when I first started the gym, you can imagine I'm tall, I'm slim, skinny, quite athletically built in the sense of, I might have striations, I may have abs or whatever it is, but that didn't necessarily make me confident, right? There were always guys that were bigger than me that would exert much force. They would lift more weight. You'd see them lift these incredible amounts of weights for these incredible amounts of reps, and you'd just be intimidated. You'd be just flabbergasted as to, what the hell are these guys taking? What are they doing? Without knowing their background story. Yes, they very well may be taking steroids. They very well may be on the juice or whatever it is. But at the same time, they may have started the same position as you. They may have been an ectomorph, may have not liked their physique and just said, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to go to the gym consistently, lift, work my ass off, and then before you know it, there they are. These gigantic monsters in the gym that just, exert such a presence that makes you think, shit, like, why am I even here? Now, what you need to take into account is why you're there, why you are in the gym, why you decided to get out of your bed, why you decided to leave your house and decided not to go out clubbing or partying with your friends. Why are you in the gym, right? And this is what I asked myself. And I told myself, you know what, I'm not happy with my physique. I'd like to be a little bit bigger. I'd like to have, a bit more definition. I'd like to have a bit more muscle mass or whatever it is. So I signed up. I got a gym membership. I researched. I watched YouTube videos. And again, this applies to life so much, guys, because look what I did. I've taken something that I've wanted to do. I've chased that. I've researched it. I've, done it on a consistent basis. I'm not giving up. I've just, I've worked my ass off until I saw results. And because of that, my self-confidence went straight through the roof. Because I knew I was doing something right. I knew that with all my trial and error experiences or whatever it is, I was working my ass off and the results were showing. The fruits of my labor, as you'd call it. So, yeah, my self-confidence went through the roof because no one could tell me anything. Fuck, if you could come up to me and say, listen, that's not the way you do it, I'd tell you, listen, kiss my ass, because you know what? I know where I started from, and I know what I look like now, and I know how I got here, and I know how I did it, right? That's how strong my self-confidence developed at that point. Now, don't let it overtake your life. Don't let it take over your life. Don't let, don't become obnoxious. Don't become arrogant. Don't necessarily try and brush off anything someone says to you, because what I then learned in turn is that by taking into account what people were saying, yes, I may have gained results by lifting a particular way, but it might not have been the correct form. And therefore, taking on board what people were saying to me, I was able to then take my training to another level and develop my physique to another level, because I then took what people said to me, not to heart, but I took it on board and applied those things to my training method, my life, or whatever it was, and noticed the changes. And therefore, I'm increasing my self-confidence, I'm changing my physique, I'm doing something consistently, and I'm listening to others whilst taking their opinions on board and bettering myself. And in turn, what that does is it allows you to build up a library inside of your brain. And therefore, anyone who comes to you in future, and it makes you feel so good when someone, where you used to be, comes up to you and says, you know what, I'm an ectomorph, I'm not happy with my physique, and you think, holy shit, I used to be in your position, I know exactly what it feels like, I'm going to help you. Now, I go into the gym now, currently. I go, on a regular basis. I wouldn't say consistently, because like I said, it's not so much my passion anymore, but I do still have love for it. But I go into the gym on these regular bases, and I don't give a fuck. There's guys that are 10 times the size of me who are absolutely huge, like rhinoceroses. They're unbelievable physique. But yes, and I aspire to be like that one day or whatever it is. But again, it's not my main goal, so I don't give a shit. I'm going there to do what I need to do and get the fuck out. I don't really have to pay attention to any of these guys. And what I notice currently, what I do is I go to the gym and you have these guys that they're growling, they're fucking shouting, and they're doing all these kinds of things, and it's making you feel uncomfortable. And that, for me, it doesn't make me feel uncomfortable anymore, because I've got what you call fucking headphones and music, right? And this is what happens. I go to the gym, right? I get all my shit ready. I get out of the car. I put my headphones on. I walk in. I show them my, my pass or whatever it is. And the minute I step into that workout area, I am in there by myself. The gym could be fucking packed, but I'm in there by myself. And that is because I've taken my music, something that I love, the music that I love, and I've gone in there. I've put my headphones on full blast. I know what I'm in there to do. I go in there to do it, and I focus on what I'm doing. And before you know it, I've blocked out every other motherfucker in there that's deciding to throw a weight halfway across the fucking gym like it's a basketball game or a fucking football game. I ignore all of that shit because I'm so focused. I'm so in my own zone because of the music, my music choice, because I'm just doing me, you know what I mean? And a lot of people aren't doing that right now, and that's why your self-confidence is shit. Because you are not doing you, you're trying to emulate what people do, you're trying to copy someone else, you're trying to be the man or whatever it is, you're fucking up your self-confidence because of it. Focus on yourself, focus on what you want to do, right? And you go into that place of work, that place of, the gym or whatever, wherever it may be, you go in there and you work your fucking ass off. You pay no attention to anyone else. If someone's trying to help you, yes, take it on board or whatever it is, but don't make it your fucking life or your day's work to listen to what they have to say. right? Like this podcast. You don't have to listen to what I have to say, but if you feel that you're benefiting from it and you're taking something from it and your library is getting fuller and fuller by listening to this, and you know you're getting stronger, you're lifting more, you're reading more, you're achieving more, you're striving for more, your success is going through the roof, then carry on doing it. It's showing that it's benefiting you, right? But I don't see why people are so focused on everyone else but themselves. Like I said previously, and I will say time and time again, time, guys, is all you have, and it's not on your side to a certain extent, right? You need to remember that time is passing. You're listening to this podcast, time is passing. What you need to be understanding and be aware of is, are you using that time wisely? Are you going to the right places? Are you surrounding yourself with the right people? Are you listening to the correct podcasts that are beneficial to you, developing yourself and motivating yourself to a higher standard? Are you doing these things? Because if you are, then you're on the right fucking path. And all you got to do is stay consistent and listen and listen and listen and try and work your ass off. And before you know it, your self-confidence is through the roof. You're in a better position and you're happier with life. So don't let fucking people determine, you know, your actions, your moods, or whatever it is. And I'm a hypocrite to a certain extent because, you know, I have mood swings or whatever it is, and we all do because we're human. But at the same time, I'm a hypocrite because a lot of things that people say or do still continue to affect me, and I'm trying to evolve, I'm trying to grow, and at least I'm doing that. You know what I mean? Because if I wasn't trying to evolve or trying to grow, and I was staying the same person and letting the constant same bullshit irritate me or wind me up or change my mood swings or whatever it is, then I'm not progressing in life. But I'm sitting here right now, and I'm on a podcast to you, talking to you, trying to motivate you, influencing you to forget what people fucking think about you and go out there and make your own legacy. Am I wrong for that? Are you wrong for that? No, because you're trying to better yourself. So that's all I want to say. That's all I want you to take away from this podcast is do you. You know, don't be fucking, you know, worried about what people have to say about you or what kind of looks you may get or whatever it is. One last example before I shoot off, because I don't want this to go on too long, is YouTube. I used to do YouTube, guys, and I used to walk around with this big fucking camera, right? And I walk into these supermarkets, these superstores or whatever it is with this camera, and people just look at you and they think, what the fuck is this guy doing? What is he doing? Why is he walking around with a camera? Who does he think he is? Does he think he's some sort of celebrity or whatever it is? And that is going to make or break you. That opinion that people have of you is going to make or break you, because you're either going to take it one or the other way. One way you're going to take it as, shit, you know, everyone's kind of looking at me. This is kind of embarrassing, you know, fuck this shit. I'm not going to keep doing it. You know, I don't like people and the way they're looking at me or whatever it is. I'm going to stop. That could have been your fucking legacy, YouTube. You wouldn't know because you chose to listen to what people had to say about you. Now you're going to see it in another way. Fuck what people think. I don't give a shit if you're looking at me or if you're staring at me or if you're going to come on my YouTube channel, my podcast, my TV show, and you're going to leave negative feedback, because guess what, guys? Negative feedback is the best kind of feedback because you're always learning. You're always learning. You're taking something away from what people have to say to you. And some negative feedback is pointless, so you just brush it under the carpet. You know what I mean? If you don't have fucking haters, right? People that fucking hate you, don't like what you're doing or have some shit to say or want to make fun of you or this, that, and the third. If you don't have that, you're doing something wrong. You're not going about things the right way, because guess what? There is not a single soul in this world that people love. And I mean in the sense of, there is not a person on this planet that 100% of everyone on the planet is going to love. There's just not that person. Because one person is going to have something bad to say about that person or negative to say, or they're not going to agree with their views, and therefore they're going to have a hater. So if you guys don't have haters, you're not doing the right thing. You're not going about things the right way, and you need to reevaluate where you are and take into consideration the things you're doing and how you're going to better yourself. Remember, you only have one life that we know of. Okay? Time is not on our side, and it's running out every second. Make sure you use it wisely, and make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right people that are helping you excel forward. And with that said, family, that is just me talking on the real.